I have a 1652 copy of Elias Ashmole's Theatrum Chemicum Brittannicum. In it is the secret to creating the Philosopher's Stone.
What is that?
The Philosopher's Stone was basically the secret manuscript to create gold.
So the secret's in this book?
The secrets are in this book. I have a 1652 copy of Elias Ashmole's Theatrum Chemicum Brittannicum. I bought the book several years ago from an antiquarian book dealer. They say you can't turn lead into gold, but I'm hoping to take this book and turn it into cash.
I believe this is a book on alchemy.
What is alchemy?
Alchemy is the art of transmutating metals. They figured if they combine the right ingredients, mercury and some sulfur and a little lead, if you come up with a secret to that, you can live forever and make gold. Or you died.
So there's a formula that will help me turn things into gold inside this book.
There's actually quite a few formulas.
Sweet.
I know a little bit about this book. I know this was a combination of a bunch of older texts that were translated into English. Technically, this book was illegal, and the practicing of alchemy when it was printed was a capital crime, because all the countries of Europe believed if you were actually able to come up with a formula for making gold, all the gold in their treasuries would be worthless. So there's also books on alchemy that the Catholic Church actually wrote down on a list. This is a heretical book. And I think the exact punishment for being caught doing alchemy at the time was to be hung from gilded gallows. There were scientists genuinely trying to create gold and thought they might have created something. And then there was a lot of charlatans who were going around selling, I got the secret manuscript, It's a very interesting history.
This diagram here contained the key to all the secrets that are in this book. Have you ever heard of The Ninth Gate?
Yes.
The movie with Johnny Depp? The folding diagram there is called the 12th gate. The ninth gate is a fictional reinterpretation of the 12th gate, which that is an actual illustration from. There's a lot of interesting things that are going on in that book.
I think it's really, really cool.
Uh-huh.
How much do you want for it?
I want $23,000.
I need someone to look at it. I just don't know nearly enough about this book.
That's great.
Give me 5 minutes.
No problem.
Here it is, The Philosopher's Stone.
Yes, all right. I know this book. This has sort of a fraught history. Up until about 1500, alchemical works, even though the printing press had been around for 50 years, were not printed because the idea was there was only a small circle that kind of kept this among themselves, and they didn't want the public to know. And it was very important influence on later scientists. Notably, Isaac Newton used this a lot. It was his most consulted alchemical text.
Okay.
What kind of condition do you think it's in?
Let's see. Okay, because one of the things about this book is that it's really hard to find complete. It has the folding plate, which most copies don't have. That said, the thing that appears to be missing in here is a full-page engraved plate that's supposed to go here. In addition to that, looking at the condition here, this is a lot of repairs, and it's like full page. Like, it's really hard to tell here, too, like, if this entire piece here was missing.
I see.
So what do you think it's worth?
It's not a book that comes up that often. I've known a complete copy that's beautiful without all these repairs that's sold for over $30,000. But copies that are incomplete without that folding plate, $10,000 or less. So this one, with all the repairs and missing a plate, I would place more around $15,000.
You're great.
I think you turned this old dusty book into gold.
I tried. All right, thanks, John.
You're the
Good
best.
seeing you.
Even though this is not the ideal copy, this book is legitimately scarce. I don't think Rick would go wrong in buying this at a reasonable price.
I absolutely love this. I'll give you $9,000 for it.
I don't think I can do 9. How about 12?
No. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 10 grand for it. That's about as much as I can go. I think it's more than a fair price.
How about $10,500?
You know what, I'm feeling very generous today. I'll give you $10,003.
I'll take it.
Sweet.
Great.
You wanna go write them up?
Sure, let me get this book right
No,
here.
no, don't touch this. Just write them up, please.
Come on. Maybe you could just tell me some of those secrets so I don't have to read
I
that
sure
whole
will.
book.
I think I can actually make gold with this.
Mr. Brown and I got along famously.
Why he tittled through a pass, I caught the ball myself.
It's got a name engraved on it.
How did you end up with this?
Sounds so fun.